Hello, 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 and welcome once again, not A Prog Reborn, but a little closer to A Prog Reborn. We are actually playing some Final Fantasy XIV because the content that I am most excited for coming into Dawn Trail has finally been released. Patch 7.3 released this morning. Had to go to work. Haven't watched anything on anybody's streams for Final Fantasy XIV. This will be my raw, unadulterated look at the new deep dungeon, Pilgrim's Traverse. A little bit about me. It's obviously been a while since I've done one of these. Used to do A Prog Reborn on this channel, which was a progression style playthrough of Final Fantasy XIV. We got to patch 2.2. I believe is where we last left off. I still have it written down in my notes somewhere where exactly we are and what we have left. But I've also on this channel did my playthrough on my main of Dawn Trail, and while I've enjoyed Dawn Trail a little bit more than the general consensus seems to be, I did end up getting a job since I stopped doing the Prog Reborn streams, and so it just hasn't been a priority to get back to Final Fantasy XIV. If you have been keeping up with the channel, you've seen me do a number of Magic the Gathering set reviews, just much more conducive to my schedule to do that. But I'm so excited about this deep dungeon stuff that's what we're going to be looking at. Let's go ahead and switch on over. Right scene. We've already made it over to the Crystarium. I have been playing a little bit of 14, a little bit more recently, with the second wave of updates to the the relic. Been doing a bit of Occult Crescent, but then Hades 2 came out and was super into that, so kind of waned off of doing Occult Crescent. But now we have Deep Dungeon, and I believe this is it. Yeah, Pilgrimage of Light. So the bright-eyed child is regaling her mother with a tale. It's true, Mummy. I saw one right over there. It was green and smooth and had big round eyes, and a little tail like a leaf, and a feather in its cap. Just like the froth of my picture books, Mummy. I just know it was a froth. Will you please go and find him? My book says froth are waterfolk, so I bet it went to the Hortorium. Can we please go, please? Hush, child. You're not to go following Fae, is that clear? They'll spirit you away to their kingdom and you'll never see Mummy and Daddy again. Besides, Froth would never be foolish enough to visit the Crystarium. The guards would have them for frog legs. Now come along, we've shopping to finish. Daddy's waiting. But Mummy, I did see a Froth. It had a feather in its cap. I guess it's more in its cap. A Froth running loose in the Crystarium would boat ill for the people's safety. It may be best to investigate the Horatorium just in case. So yeah, I know that the Deep Dungeon is supposed to be eventually in Ilmeg. I've also heard that just from pre-patch stuff that this Deep Dungeon is not supposed to be as much of a slog at the start as as Eureka Orthos. I really enjoyed Eureka Orthos, though that just like my thoughts with Dawn Trail, that doesn't seem to be the prevailing opinion. I do know that this is where they are attempting to introduce some kind of scaling difficulty thing for the final boss. What I mostly enjoy about Deep Dungeons are the solo clears. I have, let's see, where profile? Yeah, it's been so long. Yeah. I have the Necromancer. Let's see, it's a lone hero? Not Lonely Explorer. That's Palace. Necromancer, Lone Hero, which is the Heaven on High solo clear, and then Once in Future King. Where is Once in Future King? There is the title for you going crazy? There's the title for Eureka Orthos. There we go. Once in Future King. All by Eureka Self. It's an awful pun. So I've done solo clears on all of them. I'm not at the, Angelus, Demoness, or Finn level of doing these clears on all my jobs. For Palace of the Dead, I did it on Dark Knight. For Heaven on High, I did it on Warrior. And I did it a couple times with Eureka Orthos. I think it was Warrior, Machinist, Summoner? It was something like that. This time I think I'm gonna attempt to do it with Paladin. I've been really enjoying Paladin for my tank job in Dawn Trail. But anyway, Muttering Froth. What you got to say? Fifi, the damned dry. The damned dry. That is the actual accent, right? Yeah. Fifi, the damned dry, burns me up and makes me cry. What to make me whole again? Why, a soul of mortal kin. Lead them on and lead them true to the depths of deepest blue. I shall not suffer your reproach, sir, standing within my eavesdrop and with such prejudice. I'll have you know that I am a paragon among Fwath, regarding these charming brown eyes. Tell me that my innocence is not clear as mud. What's more, I come to the Crystarium on official business. Impede my mission, and my master will break their fast upon your puffy, woofy tail. I'm warning you. And I shall warn you, Anacdane of Waters Fair. This is almost certainly Feoul. My good books bent at the spine, my beautiful library flooded, and my new mo keepers fit to faint, sins of yours, you old croak, was your promise of service that brought you mercy, yet here you stand babbling away. Your Majesty? Mistake me not, I remain your dedicated servant. This Fwath has offended, send them forth and all is mended. It is dry and I'm tired, and the air is thick with the stench of mortals. My element is water, and I'm out of it. Did I rejoice in my circumstances? Nay, only fools see providence in hardship. Only babes find novelty in strife. Though I suppose mad blooms find the fun in everything, don't they, Your Majesty? Roll up that tongue before you step on it. Never mind that old leather skin. You, my adorable sapling, are a sight for sore eyes. I've followed every step of your journey. Our bond is as sturdy as it ever was. Perhaps that is why you found me now in my hour of need. Errant sin eaters have been roaming Ilmeg, you see. Clawing their way out of a ruined church of the First Light. We have yet to investigate further, as the site is warded with charms repellent to feyfolk. So I thought to enlist the help of a mortal from the Crystarium. Though it may beggar belief, among the band of troublemakers that owe me penance, Anacdane makes the most suitable envoy. Far older than I, and knowing much and more about the church, they were meant to enlist and instruct a sympathetic mortal. Can you call me? What's this? You demand to be called upon? After spurning my aid time and again? Cruel, heartless sapling, how you toy with your poor branch's affections. But it seems I've had my revenge. All is forgiven. Now neither of us hesitate when calling the other. Understood? How delightful a mortal acquired with nary a befuddlement. The fairy proverb known, that every king shall take their own. May I go now, Your Majesty? No, your service lasts till Ilmeg is no longer plagued by sin eaters. Lead this man to the church's remains and await my arrival. I shall see you again shortly, my brave and benevolent hero. Come along, mortal. Tread downwind. Dane the Merry will be your guide. Wollechdorf, we make our way. In Wollechdorf, your heart to sway. Wollechdorf is where Seto was. Right here. Still in one piece, eh? The sapling knows where its roots grows, deep in the kingdom of rainbows. Now, before we proceed further, just how ignorant are you of the Church of the First Light? Oh, what fools you mortals be, your minds as soft as mallow, upon which you whet the instruments of your own violent demise. Stay, child, and I'll tell you a tale of faith, a legion, and a grave. Once upon a time, there was a church that worshipped the light. Its flock believed that, if it were virtuous, it would wrest them from death's very grasp, to be born anew unto this world. The ranks of the faithful grew and grew across Norvrant, the beloved light a beacon of hope. Ere it turned upon them, scouring the very land, and gave rise to a legion of beasts. The church scrambled to defy these creatures, these devourers of sin, yet the flock's devotion had begun to waver, its quivering sheep terrified of the fate that awaited their mortal souls. As the kingdom of Vobert fell, they strayed one by one into the endless day, leaving their churches to suffocate in silence. Now, in the mausoleums of long-dead faith, bells ring once more. So we must turn a new page in an old fable. Come along, maiden bark, and bend your trunk to the church at Demerone Field. The rascals await. Let me get a better mount. To go with the outfit. More to come to help us. Welcome, welcome. Greetings. Quick-handed Fae that play in Ilmeg here, which never labored in good faith till now. Why, it's the King's Sapling. King's Sapling has come to play. I'm Oswid, and these are my fellows. We've all been very naughty. Not as naughty as the Fwoth, though. No one's as naughty as the Fwoth. I'm in charge of watching, and Vonoth there is in charge of trembling quietly. The biggest among us, yet the frailest of heart. That's Tyrmarn, but I shan't introduce them. There's no telling what they might do. How now, mad spirit, what changes now about these haunted stones? None to speak of, or to whisper of, or whistle at, or hoot. The magics that pave the way for pilgrims of Eld are blinking awake from ages of slumber. Like a crusty old eyeball. Blink, blink. Sometimes a sin eater will come crawling out. Church beyond this portal must be overrun. They wards prevent us from entering to sever the connection, unfortunately. Fortunes got naught to do with it. In the old days, those light worshippers were always finding reason to shut the door and window to us. No occasion warranted so much as their most mortal of mortal ceremonies. Obsequies? I don't know that word. Here's Feowol in full form. Well met by sunlight, King Titania. Is just as you say. From man's last breath till his final rites are spoken, the church would not suffer ever the suggestion of Feyfolk. The precious souls of the faithful were promised rebirth, not an everlasting sojourn into the kingdom of rainbows. Beyond the hew trees lies a land, untouchable by mortal hand. Eternal life, the fairies there, without rebirth, without a prayer. To put a damper on funerals, were we to steal away souls of the dearly departed, and so the wards went up. We know what's afoot, don't we? Having a funeral in there, a church rife with sin eaters. The onus of discovery is yours, I'm afraid. You'll lay to rest whatever's being laid to rest, won't you? In the meantime, I will support you in any way I can. First, with a gift from the castle vault. These will serve you well upon your journey. Probably the Aether gear or whatever it's called. Your determination is a fierce beauty, my sapling, among the finest I've ever seen. It's too precious to lose to a horde of greedy sin eaters, so you must call me if ever you are in danger. I wonder if she's like the Magicite. Begging your pardon, Majesty, but the church's uncouth wards make no exception for royalty. Not even you could blow down those walls, huff and puff though you might. Perhaps, as a pixie, my path is barred. The only ones permitted to attend the funeral are living mortals. And the faithful deceased. Among the church's forgotten trinkets, you may find an incense of juniper. Burn it and think of me. All shall return to its rightful place, and I will come to you, my sapling. Light and silence, so that's what you mean. Our monarch proud, our monarch great, the fairy king who cheats their fate. Let all who meet them quail and crow, and cower, afore the mad bloom's maddest power. Come, my sapling, you've much to prepare. The fairy song in the background. Return to Wallachdorf and attend our hero. Your service pays your debt and aids your kingdom. Alrighty. Back to Wallachdorf. Here. Just to be hopping. First things first, supple chunk. Let's have a closer look at the king's gift. A royal gift in times of need must be of greatest worth indeed. That is this, and this is that. Oh, the Majesty's foresight is formidable. Or should I say their sincerity is unassailable? Very well, I shall have the short and long of it. To summarize, the king has gifted you sacred weaponry, arcane weaponry. But I have my own steel, you say, my own magic tomes and instruments of blunt trauma, all useless inside the great churches of the First Light. The chapel walls enforce an armistice, protected by charms that melt aggression from the blade like butter under midday sun. To wit, your mortal armaments will gently caress the Sin Eaters before they kill you. King's Gift, however, is immune to the Church's spellwork. Allied with your more barbaric instincts, there is little destruction its power cannot realize. In theory, anyway, after gathering dust in the royal vault for this long, these sacred armaments do look a bit limp. Give them time, give them time. With enough use, any weapon will remember what it's made for. I would know, I make a habit of making weapons. In the course of mischief making, I would wager. One more thing, the king thought fit to include a golden censer. It would seem the suggestion to burn incense was not made in jest, though whether the juniper will truly summon Titania to your side is for you to discover. Burn what you find, for what you burn may cause a fortune foul to turn. When all is done and all is said, better to try than wind up dead. Whatever else you find lying abandoned is yours to take. The threat of divine punishment has long since passed. Most likely. If you encounter any artifacts you can't make sense of, I'll be happy to appraise them for you. No matter whose, secrets are simply made to be revealed, are they not? Such scrumptious little truffles. I'll keep my mischief if you keep your mushrooms. Deal? Final word of the wise to you, mortal. Though the Church of First Light may lie in ruin, its chapels are still connected across Norvrant by a web of living magics, not unlike your Aetherites. You're not surprised if your journey leads you farther flung lands than you imagined. From chapel door to chapel door, no one can know what lies in store. A blessing or perhaps a curse upon the long pilgrim's traverse. Follow the stones, royal sapling, and unearth the root of our troubles. It may not be much, but I can carry you to the portal, save you the walk. Just be sure that you're fully prepared before we go. Alright, so I'm sure what these folks are named. They have they're doing the appraising. If you feel overwhelmed, there's no shame in turning back. If anything to happen to you, the king would just please be careful. Alright then, whenever you're ready. Luminous oil. Files can be traded for special items. Okay. Da-da-da. Yep. Right. Exchange artifacts. Okay, cool. So, First Reich Light Relic. These are likely just the stuff that you get from the chests in there. Parasol. Luminous oil. So we got one of them. Need 99 to get a hairstyle. So I assume that it drops fairly regularly. Then a drink tea. Pilgrim's Potion, right? These are like the sustaining potions from Palace of the Dead. Then some that's fun. And some glamours, and then some materia. Ew. Clear illumined aether grips. I don't know what those are. Okay, sure. Keep your aether pool gear. That's for if you want the glamour of what the aether pool gear is inside. I don't know what this illumined aether pool grip is. Your Marn, yeah, Cursed Horde and Bless Horde. Challenge log, okay. Interesting, this challenge log stuff. A Cursed Horde is the stuff you find. You gotta use the certain palms to get. Okay. Okay. We're gonna go in alone. Let's take a look. Flashbang. Okay. Spices. Alrighty. What's the treasure? Paste. So what is this? Swiftly execute. And it looks like 60-minute timer, just like it has been. Commander of Steel, okay, so Steel and Strength. What is this votive candelabra? Seems new. Alright, that's interruptible. Dropped something. Witching, okay, just like before. So what is this? Flares to life, filling the area with its magics. Got hit by an impending trap. Okay, let me move this up a little bit. Next area. Sure, I understand what's going on with this. Sure. I couldn't tell if that was something that oh, I'm still under affliction. Okay. Let's see what it's like to really get in there. Uh-oh. All right. Seemed to be that much. Our altar of return. Intuition. This is where hidden treasure. There is some on this level. Oh, there it is, right there. There we go. All right, we're through the passage. Ultra potion. Interesting. So we know offer is if there's any particular incentive to full clearing. Do you need? Oh, jeez. Oh, that's why things are weird. I forgot that you level down. Like, why is my Requiescat not reaching so far? Because it's not upgraded. That'll be annoying to get used to. Here's the return. We'll do an affluence. Keep moving. And let's go ahead and do a steal. Damage dealt decreased. The swiftness, your greatest abilities. Greatest abilities. Commander safety. That. Not. To worry about. Don't have to worry about getting owned by traps. Wonder if greatest ability is the incense? Commander of Steel. I think it's still the 8-minute timers. Through the passage. We're gonna have to come back to this room anyways, so let's move on. I do like that the hallways aren't really like, they're kind of hallways, but they aren't as pronounced as in a lot of the other deep dungeons. And I know that they had upgraded the number or the frequency at which you get Aether Pool in like Palace of the Dead, because this required having a level 50 clear of Palace of the Dead, which really isn't that hard. There's Pomander Strength. Let's just go ahead and hit that. Take the music. Intuition. Anything on this floor? Nope. Let's go ahead and just use the safety again. So that's the exit. Real small, small room here. Let me see what this actually does. Invigorating energy. Cast time, spell cast, auto attack delays reduced. So it's also a buff. And it's an 8-minute buff, just like the just like strength and steel. Is that correct, or am I crazy? Yeah, no, that's correct. That's the one that I saw. In here. Going for these Fukas. Good priority. So the ones that cast circular AoEs. But nothing seems to be tricky so far. It's all indicators. Site. Lots of treasures. It feels like significantly more treasures than what I remember. That might be the frog, the polymorph. I got turned into a pixie for what's this? The fungus. Don't know if it's sound or vision. Commander of Haste. Seem to be that rare. Got another trap right here. That's just a landmine, is that right? Let me double check. No, it's a luring trap, okay. Remember? It's been quite a while since I've done any deep dungeons. Oh. Another steel. All right. I feel like strength before might have been strength and haste together, if I'm remembering correctly. So this is the floor that we have a cursed horde. There are definitely more chests more frequently. Safety. Let's see. So that guy seems to be vision. First time we're seeing a bird. I could probably get away with just pulling the whole zone with these steels on. These guys aren't doing anything to me. Witching affluence. We'll do fortune next floor. The candelabra. Try to see what this means. So far, after we did the candelabra last time, it showed us something about the next floor, And I haven't noticed anything saying like any tricks or anything like that about upcoming floors since then. So it might be something where we can hit it and get an idea of what's coming up. Azure incense. Illuminate the path ahead. I wonder what that's about. Alright, vote of candelabra. Does something show up here? Yes, it does. Okay. Speak are the wicked. Okay, so seems like next floor the enemies are, well, they could mean me as the wicked. Let's just hit the incense and see what it does. Okay, it cleared my damage down, and then it turned all these things into leafmen. Okay, so not a... not like a full clear. We already did an affluence, so no need to do it again. Okay, item penalty. Items unavailable. What was the other thing that was said? Site. Okay, it looks like there is some sort of debuff on them. Damage reduced and taken is increased. Okay, cool. I wonder if that is because we hit the candelabra, or is the candelabra just showing what would have happened? I guess there's no real way of knowing that. I bet you it's because we hit the candelabra. I should check to see if these things are stunnable. This is stunnable. Steel. I don't have any way to get rid of this. Just gonna have to eat losing the steel. That's the exit. Already lit up. See. No real way to know if it's sight or sound. I think these are both sight. Rowan just saw me. Go ahead and clear these. Not want to get hit by a final sting. Speaking of, I wonder if I have to, it did say unfinal sting, so my assumption is that they don't have a real final sting. For those that don't know, final sting is an ability on bees that they can use to kill themselves to one-shot you. Tuition, only on stone 7, so hopefully we can see more. Let's go ahead and just use a strength and a steel. And let's just use a haste. We have a candelabra there. Yeah, next area, time heals all wounds. Okay. So likely we have some sort of regeneration. Commander of Sight. Right next to something there. Let me see about ball pulling. I thought I had more. Apologies for the train noise. Commander of Strength. Oh, that's the exit. We haven't opened it yet. Another intuition. That seemed like it was sound. I'll have to test that out. Next time I see one of these. There we go. We got our upgrade to Requiescat. Has better range. I wonder if votive means you're always going to get both a bad and a good. Because it seems like they coincide with each other. It's the exit. I've got the test if those were sound. Another one of these. The candelabra somewhere over here. Oh, mimic, okay. Seems to coincide with what we've seen with mimics before. Death trap, yeah, it's the same. Mimic attack pattern. Attempts to put the debuff on you. Alright, so we got a next area. Need vulnerability to gain power and I don't know what that even means. Yeah, that seemed like sound. What these Eden moths do. Here. The edges. Good practice. Pick up the coffin. We've already made our exit, so let's... There is a golden chest in here. Let's just go ahead and out then. $30 minutes left. We're already in floor 8. Hypnosquama. Probably just put you to sleep. Switching, and that's the end there. So let's head on back. Is this the Aether Pool arm? Or is this my relic? This is the Aether Pool arm, and that's pretty sick. Let's see. Here's a good test. Oh, well. They already heard me. Raising, okay. Interesting wording. Raises the first party member. Is that how it's always been? Mortification. Damage taken and damage dealt are increased, and attacks generate HP equal to the portion of the damage dealt. Interesting. I would assume that includes... Let's see here. I'm right in front of this guy. I'm walking. Yep. Feebled. Probably means more likely to one-shot. But if you're just dealing with, you know, auto attack damage, It's fine. Also, perhaps it's a good indicator for not wanting to pull as heavily. Strength. Let's go ahead and just use it. Seem to both be sight. Steel. Okay. So silver chests. Can blow up. Alright, here's our boss. Ornamental Leafman. Water, light, need. Branch out. Sprout, sprout, sprout. So we got little idiots. I certainly just want to be down here. Okay, hold on. Oh god. Get away from me. Interesting. Leaf mash. Okay, he jumps there, then jumps here, then jumps there, then jumps across. So, oh god, oh god. I hollow grounded. Okay. Wonder if I need to focus on those guys more. That sucks. Oh, off again. Go ahead and reset progress. Steak. This one. I didn't really notice if the nerds had if they were also casting something. Commander strength. Serve haste. Commander strength. With jog, I wouldn't. It doesn't seem like there's as big of an incentive to being something like machinist. Where's this chest? It's right here. Oh right, we didn't keep any of the Aetherpole arm because we died. Orpho seems to be on site. Backwards first. Path. Here. Let's go ahead and start picking these up. Let's go ahead and use the strength too. Use this fortune as well. Affluence for the next floor. sight for the shrub. Big zone here. Tuition. Let's go ahead and hit that. Tuition. Boom, 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 boda bo. Arm. Can't jump up. Where is this? There's something on the floor. Yeah, there we go. Past that. Next floor. Another intuition, that's cool. Boom, 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 boom. Maximum HP increase. Okay. Another strength. We still got 3 minutes on this one. Righty. Coffers. Paste. There's our exit. So let's go this way. Neither of these seem to be sound. Dropped coffer. Cool. Safety. Alrighty. Chest over here. Damn. Hoping to sneak on through. Poison fruit incense. Interesting. Sends all foes to death. Okay, so that's a full room, a full floor clear. Items unavailable. That does not mean that incense is unavailable. Find where our exit is, and then I think we'll just use this incense. So it's not here, but that is a candle. Okay, so this thing seems to indicate that there is a candle on one of these floors. All right, there's our exit. It's our last. Or key to other patrols. Right, here's our last room. Witching and an affluence. Immediate spawn. Second flight. Sight. We're just gonna go. Could do the vote of candelabra, but no knockback penalty. So is one of these a thing that turns you into the guy that knocks back? Be cool. Let's go ahead and use a strength. It's a haste. Another intuition. To lore Keats here. Our fight over here. The treasure coffer. Flight. I can use the flight for next floor. When you're just exploring, there's no need to hoard. Even in the old Palace of the Dead or Deep Dungeon stuff, you really didn't need to think about hoarding until, like, Palace of the Dead, you could get to like floor 150 before you really should start caring. Maybe 130. Depends on the particular palm. You'd want to hoard for like Raised Dead. Or keep. No, it didn't. But also, depending on which job you're taking in, your DPS might have been low enough that you needed to consistently use strength palms and stuff. Alright, so this is flighted. We don't have a cursed horde on this floor. There's strength, we've got plenty here. Alright, silenced, so let's just run around for a bit. Doesn't look like there's anything up here. Rowan's here. There's our exit. Take the fight here. So we got through. Don't need to fight anybody else. Not want to. We're already at 95. Wonder how quickly you can get to 100 if you actually farmed. It's a candelabra. This was a flighted room? It's interesting. What was the last one? The one that was flighted? Feels like there's still a decent number of... Usually flighted means... not just less mobs, but less rooms on the floor. Do knockback penalty here. Mission. Swift passage, jeez. Their affluence. Hey. Music choice. Raising. That's interesting. Use the raising next time. Want another poison fruit. Steal here. That's not what I wanted to do. Loving the music choices. Doesn't love Amarot. Neath Dark Waters. So this isn't Neath Dark Waters. This is one of the other arrangements. Maybe it's Neath Dark Waters? I feel like there's there'd be more ticking clock with Neath Dark Waters, and I don't hear it. Serenity. Dun, 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 dun. Oh. Fast again. Mortification. Okay, that's the heal a bunch and heal. Haste. What's that? If I fought a rose bear. Fight in here. Boom, 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 boom. Ready? It's the poison fruit next floor. Speed past it. And we'll do a fortune next floor as well. Another intuition. What is this? Purification. Makes a barrier that prevents the next status ailment. Sight. Sound for the rose bears. Fortune. Sight. We'll do innocent. Poison fruit. Verification. Paying attention. There's an accursed horde. This floor somewhere. Serenity is the debuff cleanser. Skit. Also sound, okay. Where's the horde? Strength, okay. Alright. Go again. See if I understand what's going on here. Seems like here is good. Alright. So now let's focus these idiots. Just gonna hollow ground here because I don't really know what's happening. And another branch out. Get another 3. Same ability. Okay. This seems to be good. No, this seems to be good. Alright. Focus. So they started there, and they went up, and they went down here. Getting knocked again. If this is just the repeat of what happens, then I don't know what I'm supposed to... I don't feel like I have the damage to do it solo. Am I witching them? No, I can't. Verification, maybe? Nope, down for the count. I'm definitely dead again. We're just right back up. Okay. Huh. I wonder if I can't do it. I wonder if... not that I can't do it with... shit. Here. Not that it's something I can't do with Paladin, but it's probably I need to level up more. Hmm. Hmm. Interesting. Possibly. Possibly Picto? Spend some more time trying to get to 100. Interesting. I didn't cast anything. All right, let's take a look here. There. That. Okay. Alrighty, get another one of these. Poison fruit, okay. Tuition. Not on this floor. Okay, back to it. Fear not the fire within. What does that mean? Okay. What do I have? Delivers damage to all nearby enemies. Can I pick up treasure chests while like this? No, I cannot. I wonder if it is actually nearby or if it's like anything in a room. Yeah, okay, it is actually nearby. Don't need to exit it. Pick some stuff up, but let's first head back to the rightmost room. Spawned. Spawned over here, so let's go beat it up. Strength. Affluence. Light. Steel, steel. Ready? Alrighty. Thing to throw. No, not really. Beep-de-dee-dee-dee. It's a steal. Boom. Bink. Fortune. There's another one. Just because it hasn't. No, there's another one. There we go. Safety. Bing, bing, bing. Another steel. We'll pick that up on the way back. Right. Another site. We might as well. Let's me run around without fear. It's the steel we're gonna pick up. Figure out what this was. Light. Another one in here? Another flight. Go ahead and use flight. I do feel like we're incentivized to try and get level 100, but we can spend. We can just hang in floor 9. With like an active fortune. Here. Site. That's luring, isn't it? Yeah. Affluence. I forget what this was. Was it another site? It seems like it was a steal. Use this steal. That big of a deal to go back. Paste. Boom, 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 boom. Another steal. Oh. Bum, bum, bum. Oh, intuition. What do we got here? Is one on this floor. It's not in this room. Right here. Bum, 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 bum. If you pull over here. Cool. A lot of folks in here. Ready? Affluence, we can hit that. Depending on if we have a bad this is Fleet Fathom 5 or whatever. Okay, so I think we're gonna do this. We're gonna go there. That. I'm gonna try farming up in here. Poison fruit. Paste. We can just, well, no, I want to clear it out so I know that there are chests to still pick up. Eight. What is this trap here? Is this luring this well? It's like silence or something. Nothing there. Ding, 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 ding. Get a spawn. Come on, fellas. There we are. Whole Fathom 5, that's what it's called. Innovation, that's right. That's what that is. We'll do it till we hit 97. We'll move on to the next floor. Oh, 97. Boom, 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 boom. Ow. Hold off on picking that up until back to full health. Boom, 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 boom. Switching and steel. It's the steel. Another steel over there. Another steel here. Go ahead and get to 98. All possible on this floor. Here, no. Spawn back here. Trinity. Okay. So that's a steal there. That room also has a steal. To get to 100 is taking a bit. Two more kills on this floor? Boom, 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 boom. Oh, there's one. Ready? That. Let's do this steel here. Pick up this steel. This is floor 9, so we're really incentivized to full clear. Try and get to 100. Done one of these fortunes. Earlier. The silver chest. The poison fruit. I wonder if they have an effect on the boss floors. I'm gonna hold them just in case they do. Okay, we're at 10 Aether Pool, which is good. The haste, we can hold that. Chest. Steel, so this is a steel as well. What was this one? Ooh, only 13 minutes. I think we gotta go. We didn't find a revive this time. I'm gonna try holding my attacks. Big AoEs. Where are we? Over there, over here, then north. Okay. Let's call motif out. Let's branch out. Oh. I don't feel like I'm missing anything. Can I just not do this from the very beginning? Do I need to farm Aether Pool? I don't feel like I had to in Eureka Orthos. Let's go back to Paladin. I don't remember having to do any Aether Pool farming to start with. And so I want to do it entirely on my own. The damage was definitely better, but with the Pictomancer was not nearly enough HP. Let's just try and get Paladin to 100. Bark Bomb. This one's new. Blessing of Rejuvenation. Another enfeebling trap. Alright, there's steel. Are there two traps in that same room? next floor is swiftness with my greatest abilities. Respawns, no. Okay. As long as we get like a let's see. Ability cast time is reduced, excluding charged actions. As long as we get a level, well, a little over a level per floor. Because we want to be 100 by the time we hit. Want to be 100 by the time we hit floor 10. There's a level. Well, I guess we do start at 91, so... Oh, damn it. You start at 91, so, we technically have... It technically is only 9 levels in 9 floors. Gonna look like I have not that much health, but it's just because turning into a fairy or pixie reduces my total HP. This way for yep. One I do want to pay attention to. Right, intuition. That's good. There was one on this floor somewhere. Is 2 respawns. Let's go pick these up. Open it. What's the refresh time on these ultra potions? It. Fortune. Fortune. Orange. Hard to see. Tornado casts. Ready? Sight, steel. Here. Next floor is sprint. Steel here. Gotten any strength so far, which is a little annoying. Should be killing the Fuka. There's steel. Safety. Okay. That's good. site. That big here. Ran right back into that tornado. There's a strength finally. Use this fortune here. Another floor, a larger floor. Item penalty. Can't use it here. Of silver chests, which is good. $95 and we're on floor 5. Do a little more time fighting. Probably not on this floor, because we can't use items. That was witching over there. On to the next one. Hear anything about a debuff? Fortune here. It's affluence next floor. And then we'll incense. Steel. Let's go ahead and refresh the steel. Immediate respawn. Another poison fruit. Small room. Cannot see a maze route. I think we haven't seen a strength in a while. I'm gonna hold on to this. Well, there's another one. I did use a fortune in here. It's 37 minutes. Like to hit floor. I like to hit 96 on this floor. In next area, swiftness. More kill. Be back there. Something. Another incense. Chest on that one. Fortune. Fortune. Crack one of these. There's a small room. there's a landmine. Landmine over here as well. Pound them up. A little hollowed ground. Cursed horde here. We have a haste over there. Affluence again. We'll get to 97 in this floor. This is, unfortunately, it's another small floor, so... could be difficult to farm. One good thing about larger floors that for farming is you've got more nooks and crannies to search through. So even if, well, so I'm not sure how true it is or how real this might be, but what I don't really know if each room has its own sort of spawn rate. Each room in a floor has its own spawn rate. But even if it doesn't, because you're having to spend so much more time, you know, checking all these more rooms, you know, which might be around corners and stuff like that, it feels like that there are more spawns. Even if there may or may not actually be more spawns in larger floors. Spawn back there. Here, no. Nope. We're not able to clear it this time around, then I will just attempt to match in to so that I can farm some Aether Pool. Because the boss isn't, unless there's a mechanic that I'm missing. The boss isn't mechanically difficult at all. You're just finding the open space, and then you have a DPS race on the ads, so that they don't stun you, so that you can get into, so that you can avoid the pounces. It's just the DPSing the ads down that is the difficult part. We were able to do it with the Pictomancer, but the Pictomancer we didn't have the right amount of healing. We could possibly try and pull out like a red mage or something like that. I haven't played red mage in a very long time. Seven minutes. Thinking 3 more kills. Like 3 more kills. Be a sliver left over after the next kill. Been in here at least 2 seconds. We used a hog ground. Next area, we're fire dude. So it might be good to attempt to farm there. And actually, I think I'm gonna just do that. Immolation here. It's another straight. Okay, it's not. Ooh. The hell hit me? Unfortunate thing about being this guy is can't use a fortune. There. I can't take that much longer. Especially as a tank. Not doing as much damage. We were killing the main guy relatively fast as a Picto. Fellow over here. Spawned all the way over there. Minutes. Spawn in here. Probably 4 more kills to reach 98. Say if we hit 15 and we haven't already hit 98, then we'll probably need to bail and just go for the because I don't really want to use this stuff until we're in the fight, especially the poison fruit, because I want to see if that works on the big boss. Maybe only 2 more. Spawn. I think only 1 more to hit 98. And then we're not hitting 100. How slow this is going. Over there, so I'm gonna get out. Start trying to collect this stuff. Their haste, purification. Tried using that last time we fought to see if that would prevent me from getting knocked down. Did not seem like it. Ether pool there. That really sucks. Intuition. Oh, damn, we already had an intuition going. Oh, we got 2 here. That's good. Sight. Safety. HP down. There. Let's hit there and here. Safety as well. It's a haste. Haste as well. Up. Steel. steel. Was nice. Armor, but not arms. I'd like arms to be the thing that we get. And beggars can't be choosers. Okay. Let's give this a shot. So I want to hold my big AoEs for when these fellas come out of the floor. Okay. So back there over shit. Okay, so that did work. Fuck me. Okay. Jesus. That was a lot more ridiculous. Interestingly, that this doesn't seem like you can use it in here. The other two you could. But this one, I tried spamming it. Beautiful branches. Oh, the beautiful branch is already by my side. Don't be greedy. What are you? Okay. Okay. Interesting. So the poison fruit is just a bomb. And then this is heal. And then I don't know what this one is. Okay. Okay. We're definitely exiting. Let's see what you can get me. Pixie Parasol. A varsity jacket. Let's see, what is it? 822? I think I'm gonna call it here. That was a lot more difficult than what I remember from the beginning of Eureka Orthos. I'm trying to remember what it was like for Palace of the Dead and Heaven on High. I do not remember. Well, I shouldn't say I don't remember. I know Heaven on High was not that difficult at the lower levels, and especially the boss was really not that difficult. Because I remember for Heaven on High, I just immediately went in with like a gunbreaker and just farmed the first 30 floors over and over and over and over again until I got 99. Well, until I got like 50 Aether Pool or something, and then started doing runs and building up my Aether Pool from there. Palace of the Dead, it was around when I first started playing. And granted, I only started playing in beginning of Endwalker. So I don't have the initial solo Palace of the Dead experience. But I do remember with Palace of the Dead not having difficulty on like the first floor, the first 10 floors or anything like that. But I remember dying a few times to like gotcha mechanics like Palace of the Dead has, right? You know, the slimes from that just one shot you, or missing a bee, or getting hit by caught by a patrolling minotaur, stuff like that. But the bosses were really simple. And again, this boss is really simple. It's just the DPS race on the ads that is the problem, because they just stun lock you there. Let's see, somebody's chatting over here. It's nonsense. And then I do remember dying once to the first boss of Eureka Orthos. Just because it was unlike Palace of the Dead and Heaven on High, you know, it had actual mechanics. But once I died once, I just did it again and immediately went into it. So I don't feel like, yeah, I feel like this was definitely the hardest experience, just immediately getting started. Again, maybe there's some part of the mechanic that I'm just not understanding, or maybe they really do want you to farm some Aether Pool first before you you dig in there. But yeah, interesting stuff so far. Like to definitely see more. Like to see more bosses. Like to give more of a go. I don't know if I'm gonna be continuing to stream this. Maybe once I get to the point where I'm starting to actually do solo runs, I would give it a shot. Gonna try and stay as spoiler free as possible. Still, so not really gonna be looking into other streamers to see what they're doing. I did see that on Twitch there were some streamers that were really grinding the last boss. Whether they were grinding or whether they were just trying to kill it on the highest difficulty, I didn't know, because I didn't really, like I said, I didn't really peek. But hopefully everyone's enjoying this this deep dungeon, and for those that like the Monster Hunter collab that also came out with this this patch, so got a couple things to do. There's more Hildebrand. There's a couple of additional things going on here. But yeah, that's gonna be it for me. Again, this was A Prog Reborn, or not A Prog Reborn. This was Let's Play Dawn Trail. My name's M. Kostler, and thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you